Hello, welcome to SciCrack India Psychology channel students. We already completed 10 questions. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and also share with your friends. So now we already completed 10 questions of 2025 June. So if you want to see that, you can go to my playlist and check it out. So now I'm going to questions to discuss directly. So the first thing is that the questions has been asked. So now it is very important to see that the questions are asking related to psychological test. So that particularly validity and reliability related context. So their question asking that what is the useful index of central tendency, which is middlemost score when all the score have been ranked. So it is already discussed in the previous one, so I'm just jumping into the new question. Okay, so now the question is asked related again to the item reliability and item validity and item discrimination and item difficulty. So the question is asked, dash index is the useful tool for identifying proportion of the respondents giving correct response to an item. So now item reliability is an option. Item reliability is related to reliable, how items are reliable. So the second one is item validity, how items are valid. So it is related to validity of the item. So item discrimination, so it is the discrimination, how the difficult, more difficult and to less difficult. So it is the related to that way. Okay, so here the fourth one is item difficulty index. That is the right one answer, because so you know that this is the right one, because item difficulty is related to tool. It is help to identifying the proportion of respondents. Okay, so this is the correct one answer. So I am moving to the next one. So now the match the following is there, so you can easily identify that. So what are the main options here given? So you can see that two continuous variable related to product movement correlations. Next, biserial correlation. So you can see that biserial correlations is related to apparently, one apparently, that is the one continuous variable and one apparently dichotomous variable. So that is related to biserial. Okay, so now we can see this one matching. Okay, and pi coefficient related to this one. Okay, and point biserial correlation to related to D4. Okay, so now the question is matching here. A3 B1 C2, A3 B1 C2, this is the right answer. So I'm moving to the next question. So now, which of the following influences perception? So here char options is given. Okay, so first is attention. Exactly, attention is also influence our perception. It is very fundamental, and by attention only we further process the perceptual process. Now, and fast experience, definitely fast experience influence our perception. The way we see the things, it is also influenced by our past experience. Next, sensory adaptation. Again, sensory adaptation is also very important for the perception, and also the language. Again, language is also influence the way we speak with other person, and whether it is mother tongue, whether it is a new language. So here, but they are asking here, we have to choose only, there is no four options, only we have to select which is most appropriate. So according to here, so most appropriate, we are in the situation context, we can select this one, ABD only is the correct answer. So we have to leave the sensory adaptations. Okay, fine. So we will move into the next question. So now the questions are very interesting here, related to again statistical technique. So now you can see that we will go to the one by one. They are giving distance from the mean in standard deviation. We can say that generally that option 1 is here matching, because distance from the mean in standard deviation units is called as a standard score, and asymmetry of frequency distribution is a skewness. Okay, at asymmetrical, the skewness is always asymmetrical. And C2, how the ratio of true score variance to the total variance of the test score, it is a reliability coefficient. And D3, we can match here criteria. Definitely it's very clearly given. Any outcome of the measure against which a test is validated is called criterion. So now it is very clear. So we can move to the next question. So okay, so this is what we need to be understand here. We need to arrange the intelligent test based on a chronological way. We have to arrange. The first one is, so here giving Binet and Simon simple 30 item test, Westler intelligence test, Army alpha test, and Army beta. So now we are already know that it is a very easy question. Army alpha test is first done. So then Army beta, then CD. Okay, CD, then Binet, and then Westler intelligence. Now we can easily say that C, D, and AB. So C, D, A, B is the 3 is the right answer. Okay, so now we are moving to the next question. So according to Wilhelm, the analysis of conscious is known as. So here, so what we see the sources is the content psychology. So Wilhelm is related to a study on the content psychology, worked on the content psychology. So that is the right options here. Okay, so you can check your whichever the options is, but whatever I go through that, so content psychology is the relevant answer. So analytical psychology, comparative psychology, and individual psychology is different context here. So now we are going to the 66 question number. So moving to the forward. So now it is the match the following question. So question number 66, option 1 is the correct one. How it is option 1 is the correct one, we will see. Okay, so option 1 is the correct one. So here discriminative conditioning is given by J.B. Watson. Okay, discriminative condition. And B3 is apperceptive mass is given by Wundt. Okay, and then unconscious inference now comes C4. So unconscious inference given by Rudolf Lodge. So Rudolf Lodge. And local science is given by Helmholtz. So it is just subject to be changed. Even I have three the sources. Whatever I taken the sources, so almost I try to better. It may be not maybe that much correct, but whatever I take the source, these are the right answer. So the now answer is the one option is the correct one. So I'm moving to the next one. Okay, so you understand this is related to the various research in the earlier, like emergence of psychology. So now we are moving into the questions. It is based on the statement oriented question related to like ANOVA related question. Dr. Upadhyaya has carried out two-way ANOVA with intensity of light and font size as independent variable. Okay, so intensity of light and font size as independent variable and visual acuity as the dependent variable. Which of the following are true? Based on this design, we have to say the these things. So yeah, like interactions effect is can be checked here because it is, you can see that ANOVA. So two-way ANOVA, like we have to think here. A is true, like there is what is saying the interaction effect. Definitely interaction effect is there, it can be checked. And B, it is a factorial design. Definitely it is also factorial design. Okay, so the C1 is given independent variable have been taken up as a continuous variable in this study, but when you say this one, we need to little bit more information. Okay, so here based on that, C1 is a little bit doubtful, like we can't say 100%. So this is a suitable example to establish causal effect. So now we have to choose which is relevant based on that. So although the information is not sufficient in this question, so now what I will choose is based on these things. So now it is very difficult to say so which is the right one. Okay, so A is true, we can say. Okay, So option 1 is more suitable if you comparatively, because based on this, so sufficient is not, information is not that much sufficient. So option 1 is more matching, so we can match that one. Okay, so option, okay, that is one we are choosing here. So now option 1 is the right one answer here, because most of the chances interaction effect can be checked, and it is a factorial design. Okay, so independent variables have been taken up as a continuous variables, so partially we can agree, and this is a suitable example of to establish the causal effect, that we don't have sufficient information for that. So ABC is very relevant one. Okay, so we are moving into the further question. So Tanmaya, a schoolgirl, helped a blind person crossing the road and felt happy to see smile on the blind person's face. So this can be explained through defensive helping phenomenon. It is not suitable here. It is not defensive helping phenomenon. Negative state relief model also not acceptable. More 3 and 4 is more matching here, but in reciprocal altruism theory is quite different here. As we see in empathetic joy hypothesis is like, we see the persons with empathetical by helping others, and also we see the happiness from their face. So on that context, it is very very matchable here. Suitable is empathetic joy hypothesis is the right one. Empathetic joy hypothesis is the right answer. So okay, so this is the one thing. So now we are moving into the next one. Okay, next question. So you have to arrange the following steps of Sigmund Freud's psychosexual development. So one by one we are going to now we see the first one is the oral stage, oral sensory stage, and the second one is oral anal stage. So we need to be understand anal stage, and then comes to phallic stage, and then latency stage. So now we go by one. Oral, then comes to anal, that means AD, okay, and then oral sensory stage, anal stage, then come to phallic stage, ADC. So now it is, we can say ADC, this is the right answer. So you can easily understand here. Last comes the genital stage. So now you can say it is important to understand psychosexual stage. Okay, psychosexual stage given by Sigmund Freud. So now by doing this, we have completed 10 questions. Students, it's take time to making this kind of questions with explanations. So aspirants, please, I'm requesting, you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel, so that I can making you more videos like this, and we are going to explain every paper, each and every paper for the last 10 years. Thank you so much for to watching these things. Thank you.